Well, first of all, who am I and why would you want to listen to me? Well, my name is Teresa Robinson. I own Express Mobile Solutions, so I'm a mobile marketing specialist. What I do is help small business reach their audience basically on the phone. So let's get started. First of all, mobile marketing, where does it fit into this big picture? You hear all these terms. The marketing landscape has a lot of words in it. So where does mobile marketing fit into all these things? So I made this little diagram. You have marketing, the big umbrella. Then you have traditional marketing. Typically we think of that radio, TV, print, old style push marketing. Now we have digital, and basically that means marketing with electronic devices. So you get computers, laptops, tablets, cell phones, the TV, radio, SMS, which is your text messaging service, short message service is what that stands for, and also MMS, which means multimedia messaging service. And there are both internet and non-internet ways to market digitally. And I've circled cell phones in red, and that's where the mobile marketing comes in. The first thing you have to do is make this mind shift to mobile first. And this has been a recurring theme in a lot of the sessions that I've been sitting in on. If you look at this picture, this is the world we live in. You just have to realize it and get on with your marketing plan. But how do you do that? How do you make that connection to your customers, the whole mobile thing, everybody on their phones all the time? So what we're going to do is look at a basic 3-step strategy for a mobile marketing plan. Step number 1, research your customers. What do you really know about them? What do you want to know about them? Do you know where they shop? Do you know when they shop? Do they shop weekends? Do they shop seasonally? What social media do they use? What's their platform? What are their favorite social media platforms? Where do they hang out? How old are they? Do they drive minivans? Do they drive little economy cars? Do they drive big pickup trucks? Where do they go for advice? This is an important question that a lot of people don't think of asking, but where do they go for advice? A lot of times they just open up Facebook and throw out a question to their friends and want to get their opinions. So who's familiar with the term personas? Is anybody not familiar with personas? Okay. Personas is you ask a lot of questions about your target market, you figure out who they are, and then you just give them names. Like Dan the truck driver, or Susie the budget college student, Mary the soccer mom. This helps you identify someone specifically that you want to talk to. And you may have more than one persona for your business. So it's worth it to go through that process, and you can look up lots of information on how to develop personas, but that's the first step, research your customer. Step number 2, now that you know who that customer is, what do they want from you? You meaning your business, on their phone? That's the big question. They might want the latest sale information that you have, special offer. They might want directions. They definitely want directions if you have 3 locations. Say you have 3 boutiques. They're scattered all over town. You have fans that loyally shop at one boutique, but this lady and her friends are going to make a trip across town. They want directions to your other boutique location. Definitely want your phone number in an easy, accessible way if you're a tow truck service or a locksmith. Phone number, easily accessible on a mobile device, is critical. What about a loyalty program? Your customer might want to know, how do they get to your loyalty program? How do they load it? How do they sign up? In fact, the whole loyalty program may be just on a mobile-friendly version. Give them a notification when they are near your location. I know, Patty, I'm going to pick on you for a minute. I know Patty loves Dunkin' Donuts, y'all. Okay? So Patty has the Dunkin' Donuts app on her phone. Well, the technology exists for Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if they do this or not, because I don't have the app on my phone for Dunkin' Donuts, but the technology exists for Dunkin' Donuts to ding her phone if she's within a certain proximity of a Dunkin' Donuts location.
That's a horrible app.
What about event information? Think about the event you're in right now. How great would an app be to provide special information, like the most up-to-date schedule, who the speakers are, resources. I could go on and on. This is the type of information that your customer may want on their phone. New product or service. They're a fan. You gotta let them know when you have something new. So step number 3, now that you know who your customer is, you've given them names, you've given them persona, so you can talk to them in the right voice, okay? You know what they want on their phone from you. So now you want to choose the appropriate mobile marketing tool to accomplish that. So this is a list. It's not an exhaustive list, but this is the most popular mobile marketing tools out there. We're going to talk about each one individually. So first up on the list, and I think this is the basis for any type of mobile marketing, is a mobile-friendly website. Last year at the conference, the theme that I heard a lot in a lot of the sessions was content and telling a story. This year I've noticed a lot of people talking about being mobile-friendly and what that means and all the different things that go into being mobile-friendly and reaching your audience. So who does not know about the Google algorithm change on April 21st? Okay, on April 21st, last month, Google made an algorithm change that if your website is not mobile-friendly, they're going to devalue your listing on mobile search. So 2 things to keep in mind. It's page by page, first. Second, it's not going to devalue your desktop search listing, just your mobile listing. And you can see, this is a site that I built. You can clearly see the difference here. Another great mobile marketing tool that's been out there for a while, SMS and MMS, short message service, multimedia message service. Kind of old school, but it still works. In fact, David this morning in his keynote gave a great example of a company using the dentist business that sent out an SMS text reminder 3 weeks before their customer's insurance would pay for their next visit. And it was 3 weeks out, that was his backlog. So that was well planned. That's a great example of a kind of an old school mobile marketing technology being used. Who remembers QR codes? Yeah, okay. I thought QR codes were great, and there's one on my business card, but I think they never really took off for a couple of reasons. You had to load an app to read them on your phone. Then if you saw one, you had to open up your phone, open up the app, focus, have it read it, and then you had to wait for it to take you somewhere. Okay, that was just too many steps there. The second thing was, and I was just talking with the ladies that I ate lunch with, when they first started being used, I would check all of them that I could. 99% of them went to someplace not mobile friendly. That was a huge misstep. So if you're on your phone, you scan a QR code, you expect to be able to read that page without pulling out a magnifying glass. So that was another misstep, but I have seen them being used now in a really creative way. I think it's InStyle magazine. They have little QR codes, like, for example, there's an entire outfit, head to toe, you know, hat, glasses, scarf, great blouse, great pair of pants, great shoes. Maybe there's a QR code right beside the outfit where you can go there and get a list, a resource list of where you can purchase every single one of those items. So I think that's a great use of a QR code. I think Website Magazine, which I absolutely love, read that cover to cover every month. But I think they use QR codes as well for additional information about a topic. So they are still being used. NFC tags are another tool. Who knows what an NFC tag or what NFC stands for? Anybody? Throw it out. Near field communication. And that's a picture of one. It's tiny. There are some that are even tinier. Does anybody use Apple Pay? Okay. That's the technology. The NFC technology is the technology that allows Apple Pay. But Apple hasn't turned on the NFC technology for anything but Apple Pay. However, Androids, this is the technology. Remember the commercial where the two phones bump and you exchanged information like that? That's NFC technology. And I have one up here on a little keychain if you want to see it. But it's a little radio in there that gets activated when your phone battery gets in close proximity to it. And you can literally take the person anywhere. If it has a URL, you can take them there. You can queue up a phone number. These things are incredibly powerful. And I don't know if you can see it all that well, but in that sign, I mean, that's a great sign. That's an outdoor sign. And it says touch here. So you literally take your Android phone and go up and touch that, and it'll take you to whatever thing they want to market. Maybe it's take you to a Facebook page. Maybe it takes you to a video. Maybe it just takes you to a product landing page for something. But notice also that there's a QR code there. That's for the iPhone users. So right now, if you use these, you would have to make your signage so that it had both the NFC tag touch and a QR code. I kind of think that's going to change. I think Apple will eventually open that up to read this kind of thing. But we're kind of stuck with that situation right now. I've heard a lot about responsive email. I think the 2 o'clock presentation was about email, and she mentioned being responsive, sending out responsive emails. You want to make sure that you do that because over 50% of emails are now open on a mobile device. Responsive landing pages, because everything's being viewed on the phone, make sure that your sign-up opt-ins and all that kind of good stuff, make sure those are also responsive. Then there's social media. Social media is largely consumed on mobile devices now. So just kind of think through what you're asking your target market to do when you make posts to social media. For example, if you haven't gone to the effort of making a mobile-friendly version of your website, and you might post a great blog, okay? Great blog on your website. So you go to your social media, you write that little teaser paragraph to make people want to go to your website to read it, to the blog to read it, and you put a link. Okay, they're accessing that social media platform on the phone. If you ask them to go to your website to read your article, but your website isn't mobile friendly, that is not a good experience on the phone. So you just think through what you're asking the person to do as you decide what post you want to make. Apps. Let's talk about apps for a minute. When apps got popular, everybody thought they needed an app. Well, 90% of what you would do on an app, you can actually do on a website. And let me clarify the difference. An app is something you have to download that now is going to live on your phone. It's a downloaded thing. Websites are just accessed through a browser. Okay, so that's the difference. Apps are something that you would like to give loyal customers special functionality. One of the best applications of an app I can think of is an event. I wholeheartedly believe that events should have their own app. That way you can provide the latest in scheduling, maps to surrounding attractions. You can set up social sharing, picture sharing, so you want to give your consumers at the event something special. That's a great place for an app. Okay, mobile wallets, and there are several different ones. Passbook is a mobile wallet, and it comes preloaded on all your iPhones. There are options for Android users when it comes to mobile wallets. There's Google Wallet, there's Pass Wallet, there's some others. There's really been no clear leader for mobile wallets in the Android space, but what it does is you connect your mobile wallet to your bank accounts, and then you can pay right from your phone, just like Apple Pay. You can also connect membership and loyalty programs and coupons and all those little crazy things that you have on your keychain, punch cards, discount program, all of that can be loaded into a mobile wallet. Then there's Bluetooth technology. Okay, who knows what proximity marketing is? Have you heard the term? Anybody heard the term? Proximity marketing means you're being sent messages based on your proximity to the thing sending the message. In most cases, it's a beacon, and that little blue thing hanging there is a beacon. When you have Bluetooth turned on your phone, that means your phone is listening for signals. The beacon is the thing sending the signal. To interpret what that signal is, you have to work through an app of some kind. Passbook, the iPhone wallet would qualify as an app that interprets what the beacon is trying to send. And there are other apps like store apps, Macy's. Macy's is using beacons heavily, but you have to have the Macy's app on your phone to hear what the beacon is saying. The beacons also have perimeters. You can set up different perimeters for different messages. So if you're at the cash register, you would receive a different message than if you were just outside the store on the sidewalk. Hey, we have a sale on shoes. I'm running. Okay. So there you go. And there's one that I don't have on here, and it's social hotspots. A lot of businesses offer free Wi-Fi, right? What do they get in return for free Wi-Fi? Absolutely nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. Well, with the social hotspot, we would ask people to log in with a social media account if they would do that, or maybe just an email and a name. In return for the free Wi-Fi, you get shown a little bit of advertising. So you have the chance to show a Facebook page for another like, or a special promotion if you're a coffee shop. Maybe you want to promote the newest coffee blend that you have in. So you have that little opportunity to market before showing the free Wi-Fi. Then you can remarket to them because you now have some information. You can also get all kinds of data. Who exactly is your customer that's coming in? Who comes in the most? How old are they? All those questions that we talked about at the beginning, you can find that out because you can now see exactly who is in your business. So to review, we've got a 3-step strategy. Research your customer, ask all kinds of questions, and then name them, develop those personas. What do your customers want on mobile? What would they like to see from you? And we had that list, sales, loyalty programs, all that kind of good stuff. And then choose the appropriate mobile marketing tools. My gift to you for coming is this mobile marketing checklist. It's just a real list, real short list, well, it's a page-long list of things just to think about as you're planning your mobile marketing strategy. And at the bottom, if this sort of thing interests you, there's a button at the bottom where you can get the fun ways and the interesting ways that businesses are using mobile marketing. So if you'd like to get that on a regular basis, just click the button there and opt in. Well, great, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to see me at the last hour of the last day. Very much appreciated. Thank you for your time. And that's how you get in touch with me. Thanks a lot.